And then that brings us to the last game of the night, the Suns and the Rockets. So before we get into the stats, I kind of want to show off this kind of last couple of seconds here for the Rockets. So here we go. Rockets are down 129-123, 6-point deficit with 46 seconds left in the game. So just kind of want to watch the final couple of sequences here. So here we go. Nice little steal there by Kelly Olynyk, a great pickup. He's been so freaking great. And then he cashes out for three. So he makes it a 3-point game. With 41 seconds left, Kelly Olynyk getting it done. And now with 2 seconds left, Rockets are down by 3 still, 133-130. And this is kind of what we say. Why have the full court inbound? I hate it. You never get a shot off. You don't even get to corral the ball. So that's what the Rockets do. They try to do a full court inbound pass with 2 seconds left to try to get it to Kelly Olynyk. They don't even get a shot off because Kelly Olynyk can't even get the ball because it's a full court pass. You know how we feel about that. Just inbound it and get a shot off. Let's at least get a shot off. I want a shot off to try to tie the game. These full court passes never work. You can never connect because they're playing the defense there in the back court. So a little disappointed there, but Kelly Olynyk absolutely huge for this Rockets team. And if John Wall is starting to play more consistently here for the Rockets, we could start buying into them a little bit more, but we need John Wall out there. We'll get to this Rockets team because I'm truly impressed by how well they've kind of turned it around ever since that kind of trade deadline, and they got Christian Wood back. They're starting to kind of get back on track a little bit. It's a little bit too little too late because they're way out of the kind of play-in tournament, currently at the 14th seed in the West with only 13 wins. They have to get 10 more wins to try and compete with the Warriors at number 10 with 23 wins. So definitely don't think they'll be in the play-in tournament, but like the way they kind of are turning around their season. So let's start here with the Suns. Chris Paul, 19 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds. He shot 3 of 5 from 3 and 66% overall from the field. Fantastic work. Chris Paul is just having an unbelievable last 2 seasons. I love it. Devin Booker still getting it done, 36 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 6 of 8 from 3. Wonderful. DeAndre Ayton, 27 points, 11 rebounds. I mean, this main three right here, I mean, folks, it's fantastic. And then we add Jay Crowder into the mix, 11 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. And Mikal Bridges getting 20 points, 3 assists on 4 of 6 from 3 and 58% overall. So some great shooting performances here by the stars here. And then the bench, a little lackluster, but Cameron Johnson steps it up, 12 points and 4 rebounds. So they have the bench to do so. I mean, that's what we're saying. I mean, we're seeing hit and miss here off the bench. I mean, look at this. Cameron Johnson, 12 points, but then the second highest bench scorer was Javon Carter with 3. Cameron Payne had 2 points. Torrey Craig had 2 points. Dario Saric only had 1 point on 6 shots. I mean, so that's kind of, the disparity we're talking about when we talk about the Suns, but luckily for them, they have an amazing starting lineup that can get it done. They're kind of like the Nuggets, man. Nuggets have a worse bench than the Suns do. The Nuggets don't really have, 4 scoring options to get you 10 plus points off the bench like the Suns do, but they do both have great starting lineups that can just win you the game based on their starting lineup alone, and that's kind of what the Suns did last night. All right, now let's go to the Rockets now. Kevin Porter Jr. filling in for the injured John Wall, and he had a pretty great night. What a wonderful pickup here for Kevin Porter Jr. for this Rockets team. 20 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds on 50% shooting. We'll take it. Avery Bradley, he was a plus in the plus minus, so I'll give him that in a nice, 133 to 130 loss, but he only had 6 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, but his defense got it done. Christian Wood, 23 big old points there. He took the most shots of the entire team, where, this is basically his team now since everybody's gone, but 23 points, we'll give it to him. Leading scorer for the squad. Only 3 rebounds, though. Definitely got to get that up a little bit. Kelly Olynyk in the starting lineup at the starting 4, having great success here for this squad. A lot better than what he was kind of playing with in that starting lineup with Miami. It just never worked for him, but here with the Rockets, it's wonderful. 21 points, 4 rebounds. He shot 87%, 3 of 3 from 3. So Kelly Olynyk is truly fitting in great here. Jashawn Tate, 18 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. He shot 58%, 3 of 5 from 3. So truly a kind of a good night here by this Rockets team. And that's what we're talking about. When John Wall gets into the starting lineup, you put maybe Avery Bradley coming off the bench, Kevin Porter Jr., maybe move or keep him at the 1 because he's having great success. Maybe move John Wall to the 2 or, flip-flop him. shouldn't. I hope it doesn't matter that much. But I mean, this is a good. I would rock with this team, folks. And then you have Sterling Brown coming off the bench. We've seen him kind of be in the starting lineup, not really getting it done, but he gets it done off the bench. So great bench production from Sterling Brown. 16 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds on 87% shooting, 3 of 3 from 3. Magnificent. Kenyon Martin off the bench, 13 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. DJ Augustine off the bench, 11 points, 6 assists. So this is a decent Rockets team. I know that, with when they had Victor Oladipo and John Wall and Christian Wood was injured, it was really very bad. It was a very bad team. They didn't know what they were. They didn't know who's going to play on a consistent basis because Victor Oladipo rarely played. John Wall was rarely playing as well. But now that the trade deadline is over, they know what their team is. Everybody's stepping up, and I love this Rockets team. So we'll keep an eye on them. Just want John Wall to start playing a little bit more for them. Also, they lost Daniel House Jr. the other night, and they're still kind of, decent. I mean, they just challenged the Suns and almost won it. So I got to give it up for this Rockets team.